Hi girls, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how to use your contour kits with using creams, as well as how to set it, as well as the baking method. So you guys are going to learn a few tricks and tips here with this video. Everybody has a different way of contouring and highlight, so I just want to throw that out there before we do get started, that everybody has a different way of doing it. Just because the way that I'm doing it doesn't mean that the other makeup artist or anybody else is going to do it the exact same way, because we all have different methods that work for us. So I just want to throw that out there for you guys. And also, you guys, the contouring method is not natural makeup. You do have to keep in mind that you do have to layer and layer products. So I do want to let you guys know that there's in no way natural makeup is, you know, a better product. You guys have to keep in mind that when you do see pictures on Instagram or Facebook and you see people rocking natural makeup, it's honestly a lot of products. So I do want to keep you guys in mind that when you are going to want to cream contour and set your makeup, there's a few steps you have to follow. So I do want to throw that out there as well, that it's not natural. You guys are going to have a few products layered onto your skin, but that's why you guys have to make sure you guys are applying your primer. Just because a primer, you guys, is going to help protect your skin from all the products that we're going to layer onto your face. So I do want to let you guys know that please make sure you are using a primer. A lot of you girls have, you know, let me know, well, I've been breaking out so much, you know, why do I keep breaking out? And it's like, first of all, are you washing your face correctly? Are you taking off your makeup every single time you go to bed? Are you moisturizing your face? As well as are you using a primer? That is super important, you guys, when it comes down to a makeup application. So I do want to throw that out there before you guys, you know, are like, oh my god, it's a lot of products. And any products that I'll be using in this video will definitely be linked down below for you guys. I will also add the links. That way you guys can go ahead and just right away click on it and it'll direct you directly to that product. So without further ado, you guys, let's get started. Now for you guys who do have dark circles underneath your eyes, I like to apply like an orange based, reddish orange based eyeshadow underneath my eyes. I don't have a lot of dark circles, but I tend to lately have a few, and sometimes I tend to have some dark circles and I'm like, what the heck? But it's because I don't sleep enough like I should. And I'm using Brown Script by MAC. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a flat brush. It's Sonia Kashuk. Again, I'm going to be putting all the brushes down below for you guys, but any flat brush works. So all you're going to do is just work it underneath your eyes. And next, I just like to take a cosmetic sponge. These are absolutely my obsession, you guys. I love to use this for baking and for blending out any concealer. So these are awesome. You can definitely get them at any drugstore. We are going to go in with that beauty sponge. We're going to go ahead and just blend out the eyeshadow we just did, just to make sure it's really nicely pushed into the skin. Now we're gonna go in, you guys. I don't know if you guys have seen my post lately talking about the Cover FX Cream Contour Kit. It's to die for. Let me just tell you guys, it's my new obsession just because it really blends out very, very nicely. It's a very creamy texture, so you don't have to use a beauty oil to blend out the product into your skin, which I absolutely love. The way when I do use my other contour kits that are a little bit more thicker, I tend to still go back with the beauty oil and just a tiny bit, and I still try and I still use it to blend all my product out. So I've been obsessed with this one just because you don't have to grab a beauty oil and it's super easy to work with, which you guys will see in this video. So go ahead and take out your contour kit. It does not have to be this one. You guys can definitely use whatever one works for you. Just remember, if it's a thick texture, grab a beauty oil. I'm gonna go in with a flat brush. I do use this to carve out my eyebrows with concealer, so any flat small brush works, you guys. And since I do have a round face, so I'm gonna create that upside triangle, and I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it where my eyebrow ends. Just right here is where I'm gonna stop with that triangle, which I'm gonna show you guys right now. Because I do have a round face, I do want to just use the dark colors on the outside of my face to make my face look slimmer. And it's gonna make it seem like you lost 20 pounds, like my cousin Jasmine says. She loves when I contour her face because she's like, dude, you just took off like 20 pounds off my fat face. So so that's what contouring does for you guys, okay? It makes you look skinnier. I'm gonna go ahead and take the number 1 on the kit, which is up here, and I'm gonna use that flat brush to just scoop out the product. All right, now we're gonna create that triangle like I had mentioned to you guys. And I like to use patting motions just because I don't like to sweep. It's gonna make, you know, take off the product. So we do wanna use just patting motions. So you guys can already tell how awesome this palette is because it really gives you a full coverage, which I really, really love. And it's super pigmented, so that's why I've also have been obsessed with this palette. So now go ahead and do your other eye. I do also want to keep in mind, you guys, that I do have a very, again, a round face, and I do have a big head. So for you guys that don't have a big head, this definitely will look a little bit smaller. So I just want to point that out to you guys if you guys are like, whoa, that's a lot of product. I do want to keep in mind that I do have a big head and I do have a really round face. So with that said, I just don't want you guys to get scared. And now, of course, we're going to go ahead and do your Cupid's bow. And your chin. And down the bridge of your nose. And your forehead. If you do have a very big forehead, you guys, then you can extend your highlight a little bit more. I don't have such a big, huge forehead, so I'm just gonna create like a little flower right here. Again, it's totally up to you and how big you want your forehead to look. Because remember, highlighting, you guys, it's gonna make everything stand out. Contouring, we wanna hide. So anything that we're gonna contour, we wanna minimize all those features. So, and right now, you guys, with the highlight, we're gonna go ahead and blend it out. So again, I'm gonna be using the Sonia kashuk brush. Any other concealer brushes work great to blend this out, a beauty blender as well. And also, you guys, with this product too from Cover FX, the contour kit, the product doesn't dry as fast. I've noticed that some other products that I have used in the past, every time I would set it, it like tends to like dry really fast, so it's really hard to blend them out. And you have to go back in with your beauty oil, add more to your brush, and then start working it through your skin. But with this product, it's so creamy that it doesn't dry as fast. Go ahead and use the same brush and start blending out your concealer. Alright guys, so you should be all blended out. Next, we're going to go ahead and go in with the dark color. So I like to take number 4 from the palette, and we're going to start to contour the areas that we want to minimize and look slimmer. Using another Sonia kashuk brush. Again, I'm sorry, it's from the holiday collection. I did order new Morphe brushes for the face, so I'm so excited to get those. That way you guys can also, you know, go out and buy the ones that I'm going to be using. Again, I am just starting off doing this YouTube thing, so I do want to start buying brushes that are going to be beneficial for you guys and that you guys can also go out and buy. So I'm sorry, but any synthetic brush, you guys, would work awesome. Remember, synthetic brushes are super important because they actually work the product in really nicely into your skin, and that's exactly why I love to use them for cream contour. So you're going to go ahead and start off with doing your forehead. Again, I do have a round face, so I do want to shade the forehead a little bit more than I did to highlight it. For you guys who have a very small forehead, I avoid this area and just add a little bit more of the highlight. Would contour right here in these areas right here only when you do have a small forehead. Also, you guys, for the sides of your cheekbones, not out too far out. You always want to keep it just right here where your cheekbones do suck in. That is where you want to place your cream contour. And also feel your cheekbones. So wherever you feel your bones are at, that is where you want to place your cream contour. Just like that. So really, really little, you guys. You don't need a lot of product. This is what I like to do, and then just add more of the contour right here. Remember how I avoided this area? Because I am super round face, so I want to make my face look as skinny as possible. Now I have to go under my chin area. I have a double chin, disgusting, which I am working on my fitness, guys. So I like to use this. I like to hide my double chin. So any of you girls who have a double chin, this is exactly what you want to do, just underneath your jawline. Now the bridge of my nose. You want to bring it as close as to your eyebrows, guys. This will definitely work when you have no eyeshadow on, but I like to do my eyeshadow first before I like to do any type of face makeup, because the fallout is insane when you're using dark colors like this. So this is exactly why I'm doing it after, but you can definitely do it before. Again, it's definitely your own preference. And then I also like to go around my mouth, just right here underneath. It's gonna create that nice pouty big Kylie Jenner lip. Yeah girl, that is the secret. Now you want to go in with your synthetic brush, you guys. I'm going in with Max 130 synthetic brush, and all we're gonna do is just blend everything out with no product on the brush. So you just want to blend everything out. And this does take time, you guys. Remember, it's a lot of blending, making sure that there are no harsh lines, making sure that everything does look nice and seamless. So you guys do want to keep that in mind, that this is a long process. So you will learn. Just remember that it takes patience and it takes time. So remember, blending, blending, blending. Going back in with the brush that we did use to apply the contour, and go ahead and do your nose. Alright guys, so again, take the little cosmetic sponge and we're gonna go ahead and set your concealer. Now while this is baking underneath my eyes, you guys can, like I mentioned before, you can definitely go in there and finish off your bottom lash line. You can go ahead and bronze up your skin, which is just set the areas that we did apply the cream contour to. So we're gonna set that and just bronze it up. Alright guys, now we're going to go in with, since we just bronzed up our face, we're going to go ahead and go in with the contour kit. Again, I'm going to be using Tarte, the Tartiest contour palette, which looks like this. So I'm going to go in with the number 3 from this palette, again using my Lorac slanted contour brush. And again, we're going to, what we did before with our cream contour, we're just going to keep it right here. And do your nose. Alright guys, now we're going to go ahead and take off the powder. I'm going to be using SEDONA Lace brush FB03. I'm going to go ahead and dust off the powder. Alright guys, now I'm going to go ahead and bake the bottom section where we did do the contour. And I'm telling you guys, this is why I love this sponge, because it carves it out really nicely. So I'm going to let it sit there again for like about 2 to 3 minutes. This will be a great time for you guys to apply your blush. I'm going to be going in with MAC Peaches. Now we're going to go in with highlight, you guys. I'm going to be using MAC Soft and Gentle. Alright guys, now I'm going to go ahead and do my lips, and I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back. I went ahead and just did the bottom of my eyes, and I added my lipstick already. So now with the powder that we did leave setting, just go ahead and dust it off. And you want to do circular motions. Alright guys, and that completes the look. That's pretty much all to it, you guys. Remember, everybody has their own way of doing it, so this is the way that I do it that works for me. Hopefully it works for you guys as well, and hopefully you guys learned a few tips and tricks. So again, thank you so much for watching my video. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!